Alright, we are going to look at where my team is at level 88. You can see I have a little bit of gold saved up, not a lot, waiting for a rainy day. Actually, it just pisses me off to open chests, although thanks to a Johnny video, I have now seen that you can open... Damn it, Esme? I've seen that you can now open two chests at once, at the risk of crashing the app if you open two hero cards at the same time, but still probably worth it. Anyway, let's look at what we've got here. So I have Deathbringer and Ferryman. I have enough stones to unlock both of them, but I'm just kind of hoping that I get their cards. And I don't need either hero, so who cares? Don't really need to open them yet. You can see Admiral, whatever. Executioner, Machinist, War Chief, Frost Mage, Ember Blade are all fully geared at orange. Ninja Assassin is also orange, but he is waiting on me being able to open this thing, for which I have most of the items. This is the Scimitar. It's going to take forever to farm, but that is one of my projects while I'm at level 88, so there's that. Shadow Leaf, +4, waiting on getting enough rings. You will notice a theme as we get through some of my items where I don't quite have enough of the orange items or the tier of purple items right before them. So the orange items being Titan Axe, which I actually have a slight surplus of, Eagle Rings, and Crystal Balls, and the purple items being Wizard Hats, Rough Hewn Axes, and something else. This is really common from what I've read and heard my guildmates say. Everybody is waiting for these things all the time. Depth's Voice, just got her up to 5 stars. She's waiting on gear, but she's competing with a lot of other heroes, and I don't urgently need her, so she can wait. Vengeance Spirit is P4. She is also waiting on gear. She can't go full orange until 89. I have one of this item, which is currently set aside for Fallen Dominion. I can actually just make that ready. But she's lower priority than Ninja to make use of a Scimitar, so she'll have to wait a bit. Very good, still at P4. So, yeah, very exciting. Silencer, P4, 5 stars. Commando, you'll see also missing out on the rings to go full P4. Old Curse, P4. Mystic, P4. You'll also see that, so Mystic is one of the next heroes to get promoted. This is his orange item, which adds something. The always critical 298 extra maximum hit points. Sapphire Staff, a little bit uncommon, so that's going to be a blocker for a lot of heroes. I was lucky enough to get several earlier on, so that is a component of a few other items that a couple of mages have, notably Scorpion Queen, Imperial Executioner, and Frost Mage, and Machinist. I think I actually ended up with 4 of them between, yeah, just getting random drops. Diseasebringer, I've just kind of geared him as I've had the items. He's still really useful for what I need him to be at P4 with not so fully gear. Drunken Master at P4, full gear and full enchant, has now kind of maxed his usefulness, I think, at least maybe until the Orange Plus levels. I have not even remotely looked at gearing him beyond where he's at. Still really useful for the Phoenix portal. I can do Phoenix 5 with him right now. Chaplain, similar to Diseasebringer, she can be used at her gear level and just offers support. Her orange items would be really nice because they boost her healing, which would make Crusade a little bit easier, but oh well. Sapper, I've deprioritized, and I don't know if that's correct. So he's waiting on the shield, I think? Yeah. So, like, I could gear him, but he's competing for Moonglows, which tons of champions need. And just so you can see, I actually have a decent number of Moonglow reels. It's, as always, the stupid axes that I need, so go to Hell Axes. Fallen Dominion, so he is, as I mentioned earlier, waiting on 89. I've got one of this item. I've got one of everything else ready for him. Okay, so this I don't actually have, but I can craft it at any time. Just holding off because if I can do other more useful things in the meantime, that's okay. But I also have most of what I need for him to go higher, which has been a combination of spending gems during the sales and Grand Arena gear. So I have 3 of these somehow. I don't even really know how. Missing this, which I'm actually only literally 1 shard away from finishing, so I basically have that. Got 1 of these. Got 1 of this. Gonna need shoes, because you always need shoes. Got 1 of this. Got 1 of this. Got 1 of this. Waiting for this to come up in the Grand Arena shop, because I think you can't farm it until... Yeah, I think you can't even farm that until level 90 or something. Pretty ridiculous. So hopefully I see one in the Grand Arena shop in time. And then shoes, of course. So Fallen should be nutty. He's apparently the first priority to full gear at 90 if you can, because he's still bonkers in Arena, even though he doesn't have a legendary. Quick digression, I'm trying, like I haven't prioritized Vanguard Warrior, who's next, and who I always call Void Walker in my head, because Vanguard Warrior doesn't have a legendary item right now, and he still seems to be pretty useful for his main purpose of clumping up your enemies for an Emberblade comp. Even though I've moved on to Scorpion Queen comps. I'm just going to touch on her really quickly because this is her gear state. She got one of my first 2 this things, which makes her stats really good, gives her a little bit of extra tankiness, and makes her do even more insane damage. She's dumb. A lot of top arena teams right now are using her as a tank. Cloudwalker, you can see he's getting really close to 5 stars. Once he gets all the way to 5 stars, probably finish gearing him at P4. Haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do next. Death Mage, just got her to 4 stars. I'm going to wait on maxing her for a bit. I'm going to finish Cloudwalker 1 buy at a time, bank the rest toward gear. Once Cloudwalker's done, I'm going to start doing Death Mage 1 buy at a time, continue banking the rest toward gear. Hopefully no other high priority champions end up in the Crusade shop. Hidden Needle, been slowly gearing. She's what I spend my arena coins on right now, because I don't think spending the arena coins on gear is as efficient as getting some of the heroes that I really like, such as her, Deathbringer, who I do want eventually, and I forget if there's anyone else, but yeah, she seems to be really useful to counter certain types of teams that other more standard comps have a hard time countering. Johnny has been touting this hero in his videos too, and at, I think, 88, he had her geared well enough to be useful. I think he had her geared at P4 full enchant, which is kind of reasonable, but of course she's competing for gear with practically everyone. In fact, not only is this tart needing double rings for sword, oh no, that needs axe, whatever. So she needs a mix of gear. Strength gear is the sword, agility gear is the ring. Raven's Beak you're probably familiar with, or almost familiar with. Queen's Dress, what a lot of mages need, stupid wizard hats, and then Demon Edges for both the shoes and the Demon Edge itself. Pretty annoying. And then at 89 she used the same sword as Ninja. So who knows? I don't know exactly what to do with her yet, but conceptually I like that hero a lot. Then we get to the more utility heroes, / the ones that I'm kind of working on. Poison 1 obviously used for a bunch of trials. I'd read that he's useful enough at 4 stars. And Purple 2, I don't know, he doesn't last very long against Dragon, but he's fine for Robot Fighter, so I can't even beat Dragon on level 4 quite yet without maybe building up Pilot or Phoenix, who we'll get to shortly. I don't know. Dragon pisses me off. Succubus is supposed to be quite good again at her legendary, so I'm just trying to slowly work on her while I do other stuff. Soul Hunter, really useful for Lord of Caves trial, and possibly a tank option to deal with Scorpion Queen because his magic resist is very high. I don't know why that keeps scrolling back down. His magic resist is very high, and he does that AoE heal on your front line, so who knows, he might rotate into meta if Scorpion Queen teams are still strong. And yeah, plus I just like him. Psychopath is still a useful trial tank, so he will be a low priority legendary for me. I do use him right now for the robot fighter trial, and he is critical to being able to beat that on level 4, I think. I don't quite have the damage to do on level 5. Lunar Guardian, complementing arena teams, really good for the Chapter 13, I think it is, raid, even though I don't have her at the point where she can contribute yet. Pilot, only really useful for Dragon. I don't think I use him for anything else, so he is certainly not a gear priority. Same kind of thing with Phoenix, not useful enough. Ironhoof I've neglected since 82. His dot keeps taunting me because he wants a bag of holding, but he can't have it because some of the real mages need it. I am actually, for interest's sake, seeing a lot of arena teams use Ironhoof right now. They are protecting high damage comps from Scorpion Queen, I think, because Ironhoof himself doesn't do much damage, but he tanks a lot of it, so it gives your mages a bit of time to charge up. But I just find right at this level, the damage that arena teams can do is so high that even Ironhoof, who I think is the tankiest of the tanks that anyone's using, kind of melts. Then you get to more champions where, like Rifleman and Savage One, I used them in raids, and then stopped using them in raids, and didn't really need to keep going with them. Savage One is 4 stars because I just kind of opened his cards at a couple of points, and I mean, eventually I'll 5-star him, I guess. Tusked Storm you get in bronze chests, but he seems to be the least common. It's stupid. Lightning Elemental, I actually did use him all the way up to level 49 and then immediately stopped, although now apparently with his legendary he is quite good in arena, but you actually leave him at 4 stars so that he can die fast enough to have his legendary skill go off, which is wonky. Shallow's Keeper, one of the tankiest full orange gear tanks, long-term project obviously. Death Knight has his niches at my level. He's most commonly used as the tank to do Rage to Blood portals, although I can do that at level 5 already using Warchief as the tank, so haven't bothered with him. Turtle Fighter I have at 3, Cross Knight I have at 3, and I've been literally just putting 1 Crusade by a day into Cross Knight. If he proves to be very good, then I'll just step up my investment in him. Ember Star gets used at Legendary, so I'll slowly work on her. Legendary Cleric, or maybe we don't have Legendary in North American version. I don't know. I've heard he is sort of good with his Legendary, but not that good. Ice Mage don't use, Forest Guardian don't use, Wandering Spearman don't use, Professional Killer don't use. You can kind of see where the dregs of my hero pool are. Some, like Bear Warrior and Warrior Monk, I've just opened cards for. Death Gore too, opened cards for him. Wouldn't actually use them. So yeah, that's where a lot of these are, and these are the heroes that I don't have yet. So, as you can see, I can only really maintain, like I only have 7 heroes at orange, and Ninja Assassin's missing his top item. I did upgrade him because when I compared his stats at 4 out of 6 orange to full purple, he seemed a little bit stronger at orange. Obviously stronger once you get the sword at 89, but that is a long wait. Trying to think if there's anything relevant along the way that you might want to know, but I can't think of it, so I'm just going to end this stupid video here, and you can let me know if you have questions.